Hello and welcome, I'm your host KB and you're watching the Retrospective.
1, 2, 3, 4.
KaBlam is a series that I have a lot of fond memories of. The reason I think it really stood out to me was that it's unlike any other children's show from the 90s.
Assume the crash position. Hold on tight. Take a deep breath for a new kind of cartoon show.
Produced by Nickelodeon and first airing in 1996 as part of Nickelodeon's Snick lineup, KaBlam was a children's show consisting of different mini-stories or skits utilizing various forms of animation. From traditional cell animation to claymation, the show had a little bit of everything, which is why I think it had a broad appeal. The show is hosted by the somewhat crudely designed Henry and June, and the duo acts as a buffer between each sketch, while also having their own ongoing gag during the episode.
Hi, and welcome to another KaBlam Jammin' episode of KaBlam. I'm Henry, your host, and over here is my co-host, the lovely and talented June. Ugh.
These hosted segments are done in a comic book panel type style as Henry and June turn the page to introduce each new sketch, as the show is usually made up of roughly 3 to 4 shorter stories. There is no set lineup or format for each episode, which I feel adds to the fun. There are a number of reoccurring skits for the series, with the bulk of the episodes consisting of stories from Sniz and Fondue, Life with Loopy, The Offbeats, and Action League Now. Prometheus and Bob is another series regular, with the segments featuring an alien trying to teach a caveman various skills and technologies. But as these are done entirely in claymation, they are usually the shortest segments in the show. There are other reoccurring segments, but I thought rather than cover them all, I'd just discuss a couple of my favourites. Action League Now was always my favourite, featuring a wacky ragtag group of superheroes which are portrayed by action figures. With the likes of Stinky Diver and Meltman, the episodes featured janky stop-motion effects combined with simple in-camera effects, which really added to the story's charm.
We find our heroes in the midst of a delicate rescue operation.
Ow!
Action League Now, starring The Flesh. He's super strong and super naked. Thunder Girl, she flies like thunder. Stinky Diver, a former Navy commando with an attitude as bad as his odor. And Meltman, with the power to melt.
The Offbeats is probably the best designed show in my opinion, featuring distinct character designs on these messy and abstract backdrops which gave the segments a really unique look. Made by Mo Williams, who would go on to create Sheep in the Big City, the Offbeat starred a group of oddball characters who were somewhat tormented by a group of kids who travel in a pack known as the Populars.
August, you're back. I blew it. The Populars hate me even more than ever. I am a dork.
They never stay small, and the Populars don't like them at all. But that's okay, life is sweet. They cool. They the Offbeats.
With KaBlam showcasing such a variety of different styles, it's no surprise it featured a few segments which would go on to feature in their own series, such as The Untalkative Bunny, Action League Now, and surprisingly enough, Angela Anaconda, although that show would be somewhat reworked, with the designs being altered prior to its debut on Fox. The show was definitely unique for its time, and I still feel it would be unique if released today, being that it employs so many different animation styles that aren't typically used today. The closest modern day equivalent I can think of would be Robot Chicken, but that is obviously skewed towards a more mature audience and is definitely unique in its own right. Originally airing between 1996 and 2000, the show had a somewhat healthy run, lasting for 4 seasons with a total of 48 episodes being produced. While it doesn't appear the series has any official home media releases, there are episodes available to watch online.
And now, prepare your eyes, your ears, your bladder for KaBlam!
Like always, thank you very much for watching the episode and supporting the channel. Please go and subscribe if you haven't already. Go check out some of my older content, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode of The Retrospective.